Welcome to the newest installment of the Entitled Film Nerd Project. My name is Philip, and joining me as always is TJ.
Hello.
We march on with our fourth annual 31 Days of Horror, where we watch a different horror movie every single night in October. Today marks day 4, and our movie for tonight was The Vault. And I gotta say, personally, I think this is the first miss of the month.
Yeah, I can respect that.
I saw where it was trying to go. I I don't know. I wasn't. The acting was good,
Yes. I,
and
I think that is its strongest.
oh, I totally agree. It had the girl from Orange Is the New Black. I can't place her name in the show. The blonde with the roots.
Oh, Taryn Manning.
Yes, yes. She's
But she looks rough.
well. She just fits that character really well,
Mm-hmm.
and it was cool to see her in something else outside of Orange Is the New Black because I like her character in that show.
Mm-hmm.
The redhead, the main actress, looked familiar to me.
She is. Her name is Eastwood.
Is it
But
Allison?
no relation.
Okay.
Francesca
Oh,
Eastwood.
okay. I mean, of course,
Um,
I recognize James Franco,
yeah, yeah.
um, but yeah, she looked really, really familiar, and I always had that problem where I can kind of see a different actress or actor in someone else, but I can't really. I can just see like who she reminds me of, but I can't put the name to it.
Well, briefly, I was curious if she was the chick from VHS, the Siren episode, but it's not her.
Mm.
It was the eyes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
But as far as anything that she might have been in that we may have seen, true crime. And she's in Final Girl, but we haven't watched that yet.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough. Like I knew this movie was going to be a slow burn.
Yes.
I knew that it was going to take a weird twist about halfway through, and it did almost exactly halfway. I timed it. And I don't know, uh, like the acting and the people involved, I think deserved better
Yes.
than. And spoilers are incoming, folks. It deserved better than ghosts of the old vault haunting them, but it just felt half-assed.
Like, again, what you were saying, that I could see where they were going, but execution versus plot, not so much.
For
It just fell flat.
Yeah, exactly. Like for me, there was more tension and anxiety and anticipation in the first 10 minutes
Uh huh.
than in the rest of the movie. And that's exactly the opposite of what you want to do with this kind of movie.
Uh huh.
You can't have like the motif of a robbery, which in and of itself is really, anxiety ridden, and then not deliver the punch later on because it has to be even more so than the beginning. And it wasn't at all.
I think one of the things that would have helped it is if there would have been maybe more robbers, more body count versus what we got.
Maybe, but I still think with half-assed ghosts and the main scary mask face guy, it just would have been more, not bad deaths, but I wouldn't have been any more invested in the story, and it would have made it longer for the movie to be over.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? Like I was like, okay, like I didn't hate it. I wasn't like counting down the minutes, and it flew by. So that's not
Yeah.
knock on that. But at the same time, I wasn't really invested, like you were said. If it was flat.
Um, the entire reveal of James Franco being one of the hostages from the previous
Oh, I saw that coming.
versus, like, I was expecting for him to be
The mask guy.
the unmet,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
masked
me too.
guy.
Yeah, I even wrote in my notes. I wrote, "This needs to have an amazing twist,"
Yes,
and it didn't. They
and
tried.
uh huh, and even the entire thing of him not being the masked guy, I can buy into that. but for you to put such a focus on the masked guy, no one knew who he
And he
was,
was never caught.
and he was never caught.
Yeah.
For that to be such a focus, and for him not to be the reveal.
After he sent them
Yeah.
down there,
Yeah,
which is what the masked guy would have done.
Uh-huh. And it's like, okay, then why put the focus on the masked guy being unknown?
And why drop so many hints along with that? You know, like he's unknown. Also, he was never caught. Also, hey, here's James Franco. He's sending them down there. Like, send them to, like, he makes a trap and they walk right into it, which is what he did essentially.
Yeah.
But there was no payoff.
Like,
why would he help the guy who, I guess, killed him?
Yeah, to kill some more people.
Yeah, that just seemed like there's no reasoning to it.
And then even the little not even a jump scare, that little attached scare at the end. It's like,
that was the only way that makes any sense is if the money is cursed.
Yes.
And he's attached. I wrote that in my notes too. It's like he must be attached to the money.
Uh-huh. Either that or it's just one of those bullshit tacked on endings.
It felt like it.
Yeah. And I think I would have liked it more if the moment they shut the trunk, they were back in the vault.
Oh, yeah. That'd have been cool. Like,
and
maybe like
they all had died.
Or maybe like they had never left, kind of like in The Descent.
Yes.
That I could have gotten behind. Yeah, that's
yes.
good. That would have been
especially when the music started playing again.
Yeah.
And I was waiting for that, and then oh, he's behind you.
Yeah, now that you say that, that would have been way cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, have James Franco be the masked guy and have them not have escaped at all.
Yep.
Would have been very cool, and then they're caught in the nightmare too.
So, but instead we got meh.
Yeah, we had a cheap sort of jump scare that, like, and apparently fire kills ghosts, even though they died in the fire.
Yes,
that didn't really work for me. I did put someone's getting locked in the vault.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't happen. Almost did.
Almost.
So my prediction was wrong there.
Which why go in the vault?
Right, exactly. Like, no way. And I put that fire spreads pretty quickly.
And even to go back to the vault, the entire thing of Taryn Manning entering the vault, we cut away. We don't see her again
for a while
until the sisters reunite outside of the bank entirely.
Yeah, that was weird. Like, what happened with her there? Like,
yeah, it's like, is that just shitty editing?
Because the only callback we got was her saying that the vault was empty.
Mm-hmm.
Then where was the money when? Was there money there when you went down the? Well, obviously there had been. She said there was 5 times as much.
Yeah.
But then I don't know. That, like, I was expecting them to open the bag and the money would be like all burnt.
Yeah.
Like
something.
Anything to call back to this whole mythos of the vault they created. And the thing is called the vault. Like, let's like, here's what I wanted. I wanted the vault to open and it would have been hokey as shit. But I wanted like zombies or some fucking crazy shit to be in the vault that attacks them.
Yeah.
I was hoping for that, the way James Franco kept looking at the guy unlocking the vault.
And the way they also kept on referring to there's something down there.
Yeah. But the minute that the ghosts appeared down the hallway, I was like, oh, come on. Like, people could have complained if there were zombies in the vault, but that would have made it.
Uh-huh.
You take the anxiety and the tension from the beginning, and you've amped it up. I'm invested.
Yeah. And it also would have been absurd enough that it's like, okay, I'm behind this.
Yeah, anything's possible after that. Because, and it wouldn't make sense, but yeah, let's say that the former victims got trapped in the vault, like they did, but not burned alive.
Mm-hmm.
But something happened while they were down there, and they were turned or something. Like, it doesn't have to be zombies, like anything, any kind of undead thing.
Yeah.
Supernatural thing, not just shambly ghosts with kind of a weak backstory, and oh, well, I'm a real person, and now I'm a burnt person, and
Yeah.
I was just very underwhelmed. I was expecting a lot more. I was
And it had the quality to be a
Oh,
lot more.
exactly. Yeah, I mean the like you said, the acting was the strongest suit. Totally agree with that. The editing was solid. The cinematography was good. Um, the directing was fine. It's just the story itself was just
Meh.
lackluster. Yeah, it was lackluster. It just had no pulse.
Mm-hmm. Um, the entire, again, to go back to the money.
Hmm.
So you mean to tell me that this robbery happened in the 80s
Right, 82.
and they were able to get in there, clear out the bodies, but no one removed the money?
I I would assume the money would have been burnt up.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying that doesn't make any sense. Like, how does she have real money?
And
Un,
again, it would have made much more sense to then have them be back in the vault.
unless like the mask dude was like, "Hey, take this fake money, and I will see you on the road in about a day or two
Yeah.
when your car doesn't start. See you soon." Like that's the only way it makes sense. But even then, it's just lazy,
Mm-hmm.
and these actors deserve so much better.
Yes.
Like so much. Like they had
And especially someone like James Franco.
yeah. I mean, he had a bit part.
I mean, and this isn't even like Alien, where it
Yeah,
was such a bit part.
yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like with an actor like that, once you hit a certain milestone, you can take on whatever work you want.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. Maybe this was a favor for a friend. Maybe he was trying to help somebody out. But I can't see him being like, "Hey, yeah, I usually pick pretty good movies most of the time. Why don't I do this, kind of meh thing?" Like, if it's not a favor, I do not know why he took this. Anyone involved, Taryn Manning, she's rolling in dough from Orange Is the New Black. She could take anything she wants. She does not need the money.
Yeah.
Why?
And she pretty much built her. You recognize her from Orange Is the New Black. I
Mm-hmm.
recognize her from several other genre films.
Oh, okay.
She was in. Um, I'll have to look it up the name, but I've been following her for a while, and
Oh, right on.
even she also was a pop star
Oh,
there
really?
briefly for a while. Yes, because I actually have one of her songs.
Oh, wow.
Um, but for her, because to me this was like her movie to go back into the genre again, and
Okay.
it's like you could have picked a different movie too.
Yeah, especially when you're in the position you can pick what movie you would like to or attach your name to and your talents to.
Mm-hmm.
So I only took about a page and a half of notes just because out of boredom, there was nothing really to even like when a movie's really really bad. I will have like 5 pages of notes bitching about the movie.
Oh yeah, I
If,
can
if,
understand
if
that.
it's really really good, I'll either have very few notes from being invested in, or a lot of notes because I want to talk about all these awesome things I'm seeing. That can go either way. But on a
Mm-hmm.
movie like this, I have a page and barely a half of notes from boredom. There was nothing to
Mm-hmm.
write about. Like I think I've literally talked about everything. Like the only thing I thought was funny was I named it the Murderous Ghost Security System because that's what it was. That's what the name should have been, like Murderous Ghost Security System. Because
There
that's
you go.
we're gonna call the cops for you, and then we're gonna hunt you down, and we're gonna have this phone call that happens over and over.
Like
And
it just really sucks for the other accomplices. I mean, they really died horribly.
yeah, well, but uh, even then, those were meh. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I just put a drill in my head. I blew my head off, even though no one really saw me do it until the end. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, just
And I
like
loved how nobody was like, "Hey, where did the big other giant dude go?"
oh yeah, I yeah, I don't know what to say to
E-
that because I felt the
Everybody
same thing.
else involved in the robbery, meh, no
I
idea. We're not going to talk about it.
and we're supposed to feel some kind of empathy or anything towards the Michael character. I
Yeah.
mean, like if I had to hear that one lady, Susan, tell him that he was a good guy one more time, I was just gonna be like, Susan, shut up. Like, or I wanted them to be like the victims of the 1982 vault. That just, I don't know. I wanted something.
And I was even expecting Susan to end up being one of the victims.
Yeah, the way it played out, like,
and that creepy ass smile that she gave.
Mm-hmm. Again, there was like another clue that was dropped that just wasn't really acted on.
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty much the whole kind of
movie.
Yeah, like it's just it didn't have as much potential as other movies I've seen.
Yes,
but there was more potential here than, I mean, I would say it, out of 100, I think it realized maybe 40% of its potential.
Yeah,
and that's
like
that's all acting. If not, if it had had worse actors, this would have been a nightmare, and I would have been texting you nonstop, like, "What are we watching? Why are we watching this? Like, this is annoying." And I'm just like, "Why is Taryn Manning in this? Why is James Franco in this? Why is the girl who looks like an actress that I can't place in this? Why?"
Yeah.
I just,
because even her, like, none of us recognize her from anything, but her caliber of acting was better than.
Oh
this.
yeah, she was a good actress.
So
I don't know. This was
yeah. It was a miss.
Yeah, first miss of the month.
It's bound to happen.
Yeah, at least it wasn't like The Butterfly Room.
Oh god.
Anyone. Yeah, we've been doing this for a long time as far as watching movies, and maybe new to the podcast, but we've been doing this for a while, and that's one of the few that we always bring up. That's like, yeah, we survived that. So this was
infamy.
This was a cakewalk compared to the awfulness of that.
Oh.
Yeah. Right.
And we shall never speak of it again.
Well, I probably will, though. Just when something beats it, I'll be like, "Oh my god, there's a new worse movie." I think that's. I can't think of anything else I need to say about this really boring, underwhelming.
Exactly.
Movie.
Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it.
All right. Well, that's that then. Thanks for joining us on day 4 of our 31 Days of Horror marathon. And until next time, I'm Philip.
And I'm TJ.
And we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.